What's going on, guys? Donovan here. Welcome back to the Donovan Show. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Donovan. I do reviews, reactions, thought blogs, and life pages. I also share visual poetry on this channel. So if you're interested, definitely like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and be aware of new things that come up when I post them. All right, guys. Got a question to ask you for this thought blog. What if the greatest damage to your future isn't what happened in the past, but how you choose to carry it? What if pride and pain, if held on too close, too tight, can keep you from building what God designed you to build? Today I want to talk about the collective. Black History Month can be tricky. Any talk about history can be tricky because we acknowledge someone's contribution to humanity, but we can sometimes over-amplify their race. And slowly, without realizing it, race becomes the focus more than the impact, more than the innovation, and more than the faith that sustained that person. Now, Black history matters. Black excellence matters. Black resilience matters. But I want to talk about something deeper. I want to talk about contribution, humility, healing, and about who we are before God. Because before we are categories, we are the collective. Point one, contribution is over category. Black men and women have shaped humanity in undeniable ways through science, agriculture, art, civil rights, through faith. And not just for Black people, for the world. But here's the danger. When race becomes the headline, we risk shrinking the contribution. The goal was never just to prove we could achieve. The goal is to serve humanity. Genesis tells us that we were made in the image of God. That means creativity is divine. Innovation is divine. Resilience is divine. When we build, create, discover, and lead, we reflect Him. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as if working for the Lord." Our excellence isn't about ego. It's about worship, about worshiping God, and that worship benefits everyone. Point two, the weight of bitterness. The past is painful. Think about it. Slavery, segregation, discrimination, generational trauma. Those wounds are real, but that's what we also have to guard against. Rehearsing the pain without recognizing progress is damaging. If we only magnify what was done to us, we could become emotionally anchored to yesterday. Some people carry ancestral pain for what's not happening in real time, for what's never really happened to them in their life period. And while injustice is not to be ignored, bitterness carried forward is a weight. It's a dead weight. Hebrews 12:15 says, "See to it that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many." Bitterness isn't just personal. It doesn't even stay personal. It can spread real quick. It shapes conversations. It shapes identity. It shapes how we see opportunity. We're not designed to be permanent victims. Romans 3:37 says, we are more than conquerors through God who gives us strength, through God who loves us. That means we acknowledge history, but we don't live imprisoned by it. We honor our ancestors best, not by reliving their chains, but by walking fully in our freedom. Point 3, pride and legacy. There's another tension. Sometimes pride in achievement can divide us. Celebration is healthy, but superiority is dangerous. Proverbs 16:18 reminds us pride goes before destruction. If our accomplishments become a weapon instead of a witness, we lose the heart behind them. And here's something else. It's sad how many people aren't recognized for their contribution to humanity until they pass away. I think about going to see Jesse Jackson when I was middle school. Keep hope alive. I am somebody. Remember going to see him with a whole bunch of, I don't want to say inner city, but pretty much a lot of Detroit's public schools going down to Cobo Hall to see him speak and being inspired by that. That's great that while he was alive, there was some inspiration there. But there's a lot of people, even, this year will pass away who have made great contributions, and you don't know about it until they're gone. So with that being said, we need to celebrate them. We need to give them their flowers while they're here, not when they're gone. What if while we're alive, we simply build your story, because your story becomes history, and your history becomes legacy. Legacy isn't about race. It's about impact. Before God, we are not competing categories. We are one human race, a collective. Different cultures, different experiences, same God. And history is being written by all of us together. So to sum it up, guys, yes, celebrate Black history, honor resilience, teach history, but don't let race overshadow purpose. Don't let pride overshadow humility, and don't let past pain overshadow present opportunities. You won't see them. God didn't preserve us just to survive. He preserved us to build, to create, to lead, to heal, to contribute. We are not just descendants of survival. We are architects of the future. And believe me, before God, we are the collective. Now I have down in the comments section, I have 3 reflective questions that I want you to think about. And please leave in the comments what you get out of this message, the questions that I ask, because I really want to hear from you. I think it's important that we move forward and not be so embroiled in pain and bitterness, but to be focused on the opportunities we have today. 3 reflection questions. 1, am I allowing past pain to shape my identity more than God's purpose for my future? Number 2, is my excellence pointing people towards unity in God or towards division and pride? That's a big one. Question number 3, if my life were remembered for one contribution to humanity, what would it be? And what am I building today to make it real? Well, guys, that's my video for today. Happy March, and springtime is coming. Let me know what you guys think about the video, answering the questions, and I'll see you in the next video, The Other Man, Case 2. Down and out. Peace.